Wow. Can you prepare for sickle cell? Well, number one, from the little research I've done on sickle cell, I think it's capital intensive. So the question of you can prepare for it, I think it doesn't even arise. I think the best thing is to hearken to medical advice and abstain, so that the issue of even absconding should not even come in. And for the people that have went ahead and married and now there are children, I think since you've taken the responsibility to bring them into the world, I think it will only be right that you stay with them, do all you could, do all you can to make provision, to take care of them to the best of your ability. Because absconding is not just the answer. Wow, gamble theory. Number one, I am not somebody that venture into that that concept of gambling. I don't do gambling. But for those, now in the course of writing, I've come to discover about 5 features of marriage. Now, I think the first one is companionship. I think that is the reason why they are getting married. Just to come together, since they have an understanding, they feel the love will stay forever. So they stick to the idea of companionship. But there is the second feature, which is sexual intimacy. Now, the chances of having sex as couple every day and not resulting to children, man, my brother, is almost zero. Now, the third future is procreation, which is which is giving birth. Now, I have come to conclude that now the 5 futures, which is the third one, provision of security, while the fifth one is living and cleaving. Now, in most cases in Africa, especially in Africa, we get married for at least 3 to 5 of these reasons. 3 to 5 of this reason. And in most cases in Africa, giving birth is one of them. So taking that risk, my brother, is not advisable. So I will advise you, go and weigh, because getting married is not going to school. Because school has a starting point and also ending point. So go and reevaluate before you go into these vague ventures. Because at the end of the day, you will be surprised of the result. Thank you. I think it is proven that there is no definite time allocated for anybody with sickle cell, provided you follow all the medical advices and you stick to it. That is, you follow all the procedural process given to you. I think there is no definite fixed time for a sickle cell career to die. Now, my advice to those discouraging people, or maybe try to stop them from getting married, is that they should abstain. I think the concept of marriage lie with the couple. Now, it should be their total decision. Now, AA and SS, I think that is the best combination, and that it gives the AS person the best fighting chance he could ever have. So my advice tonight for them is that they should allow them to make their decision. If they want to stay together, fine, because it will be their decision. At the end of the day, it will be the two of them that will stick in the marriage. No one will be in the marriage for them. So it is for them and for them alone. Because I have this popular saying, when the two parties in marriage fight, it is the two of them that are winning. No one is winning and no one is losing. When they win together. When they lose together. I think the first thing they need to do is to get tested, and they should know their genotype. In fact, not just their genotype, but their blood group. Because from the advocacy I have or the research I've done, I discover even the blood group play a big role. So the first thing they should do to avoid gambling in this situation is to know their genotype. And once they are being approached for courtship, they should ask the person, okay, what assignment has God given to you in the question of spirituality? If it is marriage, fine. What is your genotype? I think it will go a long way to reduce the amount of prayer requests we send to God in respect to sickle cell. Yes, sir. Well, I can't say a yes or no, because the only evidence I have now is the one I have read. Now, I don't have any practical experience, but there are marriages with AS that they have one of the child that is a carrier. And I have seen others that have no carrier. So I cannot say, I cannot pick a yes or a no, but there is possibility that 1 out of the 4 will be a carrier, and there is a possibility that maybe if they have 2 or 3, none will be a carrier. But I think gambling it is a higher risk. So the best way out of this, I think, is abstinence. Avoid it. Make sure you get the best person that is suitable for your genotype. I think I have dated 2 ladies that are carrier. And what led to the dissolution of the relationship, I think the first one was that we were in school, secondary school. I think we started dating in SS3, and after schooling, she got admission in, I think it should be Malaysia, yes. So she traveled out of this country. We lost touch, not until recently that I met her in the market. And we started chatting, yeah. The second one, we were in the barracks. I think we started dating and her father got transferred. And I think I have never seen somebody who is a carrier as somebody who is contagious. I have never seen it. I have always treated the people around me that are carriers with respect, especially if they are my elderly ones. Now, my advice for the people stigmatizing them is that if you cannot afford to stay around them, you stay away from them, so that you don't give them the wrong impression about themselves. Now, the last thing you asked was about the factors responsible for the breakup of most of sickle cell relationship. I think one of the factors is maybe if they are not compatible. Now, the second factor, maybe family, just like the way we've established. Maybe the parents, once they receive the news that one of the partner is sickle cell, they keep mounting pressure until that one of them succumb to it and leave. Now, another factor is death, which is one cannot avoid it. Another factor, I think, is peer pressure. It also contributes in scattering relationship. But what I want to advise the couples or the people courting, maybe they should go and test if they are compatible. They should sit and count the cost of staying together. If it's worth doing, they should do it. If it's not worth it, because we don't want a case of somebody in the middle of the marriage giving somebody an impression that he made a mistake, because that is the worst place one can do in marriage. For somebody to keep giving you impression that he made a mistake about you, so that they can count the cost, if really they can pay the transportation fare from the point A to point B of the marriage. Thank you. Okay. Now I think I have to go back to the church. I think the church should set a standard that at least if one discover that he's being serious, at least 6 months he should introduce his spouse to the church before even beginning the process of getting married, so that the church can counsel them on understanding their genotype and other health related issues before they even go to the level of payment, tests, eventually getting wed. At the point one should test and discover his genotype, I think it should be at the point you meet the person. I insist on this. Now you talk about the role of communication in relationship. Now, in the beginning you asked me about love. I eventually answer it love and understanding, because love can bring together, but love cannot sustain it. Understanding sustain it. Now, understanding, when you further break it, now communication come in, because without communication there will be no understanding. There will be no understanding. No, now communication play an important role. Now imagine 2 people coming together, and on the first date, one of the spouse just open up and say, well, you said you like me, but I am SS. What are you? He said he is AA. Are you ready to take me the way I am? And he said yes. Imagine how beautiful that relationship is. Now, how did they achieve it? They achieve it with communication too. Now, communication is a very important tool, not just in marriage, but in relationship. You have to commune. You have to open up. Where you are struggling, open up. Your strength, open up. Don't just give your strength and leave the weakness. Open both your strength and weakness so that you will be helped. Now, my name is Lazarus Levi Lumi. I am an IT expert. I am a graphic designer, a teacher, a lifestyle coach, an entrepreneur. And my advice for warriors, as we fondly call them, is that they should communicate. They should communicate. They shouldn't hide as a result of fear. Rather, they should open it all. Now, it's better for somebody to reject you for your truth than to love you for your lie. Now, when they love you for your truth, they love you for whom you are. But when they love you for your lies, eventually it will unfold. No matter how long it takes, it will unfold. And eventually, the resultant effect is something you won't like. Thank you.